What was the angriest you've ever gotten?
The angriest I've ever gotten.
If I don't animate well that day on when I'm working on, I drive home and I'm slamming in the gas pedal and I'm trying to not to swerve into a telephone pole.
What would prompt you to yell at somebody, like a random person that you don't know very well?
If there's a really antagonistic, like, drunk person, that really makes me mad.
Oh, hey man, what's up? What's good?
If somebody's really fucking around and they're drunk, like, not friendly drunk, I mean, like, either like an angry drunk
like
or somebody's trying to, like, pick a fight.
Oh god,
that pisses me off. I can knock somebody out doing that.
The worst thing about that is like some people can be the nicest people when they're sober, but when they get drunk, they turn into fucking monsters like that.
All right, Chris, I get it.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Chris, that's the most pissed off ever was at you.
Yeah.
Was one time you were drunk.
Just
Oh,
because
that was.
You pissed me off so much.
I'm usually
that
a
time.
nice drunk.
I know, 98% of the time.
just because I threaten to swing an axe into somebody's face when I have too much to drink.
Fucking.
Sorry.
Yeah, I swear to God, like that was the only time I got drunk and I was an asshole.
Chris, let me explain. Chris got drunk one time
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, and he kept hitting me in the testicles. That's the closest I've ever come to punching you in the mouth. And you were really irritating me.
It was funny.
I was
How many times did he do
He
it?
did it like twice, and I was getting pissed off.
Oh. Wait, let's guess why. Let's all guess why was Chris angry?
Because
Let me guess, Chris. Let me guess. You saw a king crab, huh?
No.
You saw a big scary king crab.
I would not get mad at fish, but
You
it
blew
was because my mom
Game
was.
over in Dark Souls?
No, actually, wait. I got.
Why'd you have to think about that?
Because I got mad a few times at Dark, like really mad. Well, okay, I broke a PlayStation controller over Dark Souls.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
The maddest.
I was playing. No, I was having a horrible day, right? And I put on the second game, and then there was a part where like I was finally about to beat a boss or whatever after like the 50th time, and then the controller died, and I just smashed it off the
The
floor.
maddest I've gotten is probably when I've played games.
The only thing I ever broke was I bought a MacBook Pro. Chris recommended it to me. He was like, "It's an amazing piece of hardware."
No, I told
Mac
you.
is so good.
All I ever said
I
about a
use
Mac.
I'm not going to tolerate this
Macs
Mac
are
bashing.
Yeah,
Faggots.
Hell,
Not.
Macs are.
Jeff,
I'm
let me.
tired
let
of
me-
you guys having your temper tantrums
Jeff,
on
let me
Twitter
finger
about
your
Mac.
Mac.
this to you.
Whatever.
I bought a $2,000 MacBook Pro.
Wait, I want to justify this.
Okay.
Mac laptops.
Macs
All
are
right.
amazing to record on. End of story. They're shit for everything else.
Mac
Go.
laptops are garbage. That's true.
Listen, I bought a I spent
That's true.
$2,000.
You can't
It's not true.
Mac laptops are garbage.
I
Why?
spent $2,000
Because they're
on a
fucking
MacBook
bloated.
Pro. Jeff, listen to me.
They're bloated. At
And a
least
Windows machine is not bloated?
not like a Mac laptop.
Macs don't come with fucking what do you call it? Like
They
all
don't
that
come-
software preloaded on the desktop.
They don't
whenever
come
you-
with fucking
What,
cut and
MS
paste
Paint?
either. I still don't know how to cut and
Fucking
paste on a
Windows Movie
goddamn
Maker?
Mac. You gotta like copy it and then delete the old file. It's so
I've
fucking
been
stupid.
using Macs for years. and
Macs
I never
are
had a
just,
problem.
they're designed to be just tiny bit different
Mac
in the worst
desktops.
ways.
Mac desktops.
Pissing off so many
Says
people.
Says the guys
Mac
who have
laptops
constantly broken Windows computers. Whatever.
That's true.
Here's my fucking story.
Whatever,
I spent
man.
$2,000 on a fucking MacBook
Yeah.
Pro. $2,000. $2,000.
Yeah,
How much?
I had it for a year. You
Yeah.
know something, Jeff? You know what I did? I used Facebook, Skype, and maybe something else, like maybe Flash once in a while. After
whose
2 years,
fault
it
is
crashed
that?
4 times. Listen to me. I used it for nothing. I used this fucking bloated piece, overpriced piece of shit for nothing. I used the internet.
You
like,
could have used it for more stuff.
but I didn't.
This
your
is his
fault.
point.
For,
This is
abs-
his-
for,
this is
abs-
the-
for
this is his
absolutely
point.
no reason, it stopped working. It crashed completely. I had Mike Welsh.
We'll go get it fixed.
I had Mike Welsh. I'm not going to blow hundreds of dollars. I had Mike Welsh reset and fix it again. Everything was white for no reason. I didn't touch this piece of shit. Then I did it 2 more times. And the third time, he finally reset it again. And I was using Skype. And I was talking to someone on Skype. And I was saying, all that was on this computer was Internet Explorer. There's only Safari and Skype.
Yeah.
And I was typing to someone. I was saying, hello. And I typed in hello. And it took 5 minutes to type the H, the E, the L, and the L, and the O.
Let me ask
so
you
you know what I did, Jeff? I took it against my knee, and I fucking pushed it slowly and broke it against the back of my leg. That desktop computer I have over there, that desktop computer I had, the HP,
Yeah.
I bought 3 years ago for $200, and I have it loaded
Let me
with
ask you-
shit.
Let's use
and
an
it's
analogy.
still working
Let's
great.
have an
0
analogy.
times.
When a woman's pregnant, she has a kid, and he has Down syndrome. Are you condemning all humans? Should people just not have kids
You're
anymore?
saying my MacBook was a Down syndrome child in the
Yes.
school.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I had a Mac. I had a big fucking. I had a big.
I used his
fucker.
Mac in Ireland. You know something?
So
I
what
was
you're
drawing
saying?
Flash.
So what you're saying is because you have a Downy kid that you should give extra care.
Jeff,
to
here's
it.
a better analogy.
Sometimes it happens. That's all I'm saying.
So you
Jeff,
should,
here's a-
so you
sometimes
should
you get
give-
a Downy kid.
You should give extra care to your Downy kid.
All Mac is every Mac product is the Down syndromes. You just got the regular kid. You're the
the Down
anomaly.
syndrome.
The normal kid is the outlier.
Jeff, I gotta say, right, before I moved to America, right, I had to copy everything off my Mac onto a hard drive so I could bring everything to America, right? Do you want to hear this? Was
I don't know what you're trying to convince me of. I've never had a problem.
Listen, this should have been the easiest thing to do, right? All you do is you cut and you paste, right? Except not on a fucking Mac, right? I had to
cut and paste all day.
Listen to
and
me.
It cuts and it pastes.
This is the problem, right? When you have
What?
a hard drive and you want to put something from a Mac onto a PC,
yeah.
PCs use different format. They use like fucking FAT or whatever, or Mac uses something. I think they use two different things, right? So
They
you have to-
used to. A long time ago, they were different
Listen,
processors.
you have to buy a hard
I am
drive that
listening.
says I go into a PC and a Mac. I'm cool, right? I got one of those. I put it into the Mac. I try copying shit onto it, and then halfway through this big long fucking conversion, it says no, sorry, and I'm like, where did my file stop copying? Do I have to start all this again? And then I found out that Macs just it was
What?
the hard drive had a fucking emulator built into it to help it copy shit on, but I just couldn't handle it.
That was the Power PC processor, Chris. That was
Power
it.
Jeff, I have something
processor.
else too.
They moved over to Intel processors years ago.
I had to use those
that,
pieces
that,
of
that,
shit
that
in
was a
high
legitimate
school.
problem, but
You have to.
it's all sorted
It's
out.
required.
It is not sorted out. This happened like 2 weeks ago. It was
I don't
the
know what you're talking
That was the
about.
closest I came to
Jeff,
smashing something recently.
I think
I gave it to my
biggest,
sister.
I think the
Talking
biggest thing that
about.
pisses you up about Mac is that they do little things. They make little changes to make it feel like it's different, but it's just more tedious.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, computer, Control C, copy. Mac, it's like, hold, fucking bend your fingers like Spider-Man to copy.
It's command. It's the
Command Apple, fucking Steve Jobs space C,
You
2
do
button.
right
It's
click.
command C to copy, command V to
I'm
paste.
a Mac. All my USB drives are in the back of the fucking screen.
What the fuck is with that?
To what?
I had to fucking hunch over my fucking computer every time I wanted to plug in a memory stick.
in the back of your stupid screen.
See what I got on my desk?
A
There's
little
USB
fucking
stick.
a little memory, a
Yeah,
little
but the
USB.
slot is in the back of the thing because like, oh, we're fancy. We can't plug it in the side. It looks too
They
stupid.
care about aesthetics.
Who cares about
Apple
aesthetics?
likes
I want something that
aesthetics.
works good.
I've never had a Mac, so I can't
Look,
experience the fruits.
you
Literally.
you build your 8-foot tower, you have 8-foot tall computer tower with the neon lights that is like 99% empty.
Let me tell you
and
something.
look cool, guy.
Have we forgotten
Whatever.
Have we forgotten about a Linux?
Fuck Linux.
Fuck you, Corey.
Yeah,
Here's
fuck
Linux over here.
I use
Look.
Linux. I can play music.
Yeah, the little Linux kid in
My
the corner.
parents aren't proud of me.
Linux?
I'm sorry.
You guys should
Linux?
get a Linux computer.
Linux is PC and Mac.
No,
it's a double conversion. You can have two of the
Listen,
same
It's a
worlds.
fucking hacker's
Linux-
wet dream, is what it is.
Exactly.
Linux is better than PC and Mac.
We can play games now.
It's,
get
no,
it.
you can be PC and Mac. You can be together.
I don't want to bring Linux into this.
I want to keep Mac in a fucking. I want to
you
push all
ima-
Mac into a volcano.
Oh my god.
Windows
Can you-
8 is terrible,
Can you
though.
even imagine the fucking comments on this? It's going to be 99%
chaos.
PC Mac. Or no, it's going to be 99% PC assholes bashing Mac.
I think
Let me
people
tell you
would-
Who
something.
never owned a Mac.
Let me tell you something.
Whatever. Fuck
We
you
both
guys.
own
Let
Macs.
me tell you
I don't
something.
care.
I had a Mac at one point. Like
You
my
said
da-
you didn't have ever have a
My
Mac.
dad let me use this
Oh,
Mac,
okay.
and then he gave it to me because he hated it.
Macs are gay, dude.
And then he was like, I can't fucking, it's crap. And then I gave it to me, and I tried to play a game on it, and it fucking crashed, and I couldn't
Guys.
use it ever again.
Jeff, the government made these computers to see if retards really would buy things, and you know something, Jeff? They were right.
Why are all these PC manufacturers going out of business? What was the one that had like the cow pattern? What was that one?
Oh, Packard.
Yeah, where did that company go?
Did they go out?
They just died, yeah.
Really? Packard went out?
Yeah, Hewlett
that was
Packard.
That was the first computer.
Dead.
Oh, HP? The one I have is dead?
I think so. No, is it Hewlett Packard? No,
Packard
it's not
Bell.
P.
But
That was the first computer I had. Was that stupid
isn't HP an ice
The
cream
cow,
brand?
the cow computer company.
Cow computer?
Dell?
The first one I had. No,
But-
it was
It's not
Dell.
Dell.
You know what Macs are good at?
What, a doorstop? What?
No.
What, Chris?
Cooking eggs because they get so
Oh,
fucking
there
hot.
we go.
Jeff, when I was visiting Chris in Ireland, I used this computer to use Flash, and I was drawing something, and for no reason, I deleted all the timeline. I deleted all my pictures. PC,
Yeah,
1,
yeah.
Mac,
Maybe it's you.
0.
The old lady at Wawa doesn't like you. I don't know. Maybe it's you.
The old lady at
Maybe
Wall
it's
has
you.
saggy old tits, and she always
Maybe
mopes
the computer
around.
doesn't.
You know what?
Why?
You know what really made me mad?
What do you have
What,
against
Chris?
That
Linux?
fucking ad with Justin Long was like, yeah, well, we don't get viruses, so.
I'm
and a
not-
Mac it works with everything.
gonna defend
Guess
it.
what? I bought a fucking USB
Listen.
bus, plugged it into the Mac, didn't work. Guess what else I bought? A Logitech webcam, didn't work.
Every Logitech, I buy Logitech stuff all the time
So
for
do
my
I.
computer, and it all works.
It didn't work on my Mac.
Well, you got jizz in your USB ports or something, Chris. I don't know what to
I
tell
would
you.
never jizz in my USB
You
port.
Probably
fucking would.
did. God.
All right, enough
You guys
talking
aren't
about
fucking-
Mac's PC
All right.
and the best friend of them all,
Let's
Linux.
just call it a stalemate, and
Let's just admit that Linux is useless and nobody fucking uses it except for hackers.
You're gonna get hacked.
there's like one listener out there that's really mad.
No, last
Smash
time
that one Linux
my teacher showed us how to install Linux, and then it's like, don't worry, no one uses it, and I was like,
Guys,
oh,
you don't
okay.
understand. You don't need to use a command line anymore. You can use like the user interface.
I actually have no idea what a Linux is, but it has a stupid friggin' penguin on
It's
the
based on
picture.
Unix. It's based on Unix.
I don't know what that is.
It's I guess it's like into.
That's the little girl's Unix system from Jurassic Park.
I
Yeah.
don't really know either, man. I'm just
What's
a
the little
dumb
girl's
idiot that
hacking
animates.
system?
I just need Flash and Photoshop, and I don't really care. iTunes syncing to my phone.
iTunes
and
makes
that's
me
it.
sick, Jeff. I want to drag and
Oh,
drop
here
an
we go.
MP3.
Here we
That's
go.
That's all a kid ever wanted.
There's no problem with iTunes.
Yes,
It works.
there's a lot of problems. Steve Jobs, he
course.
was not a nice
Have you
guy.
ever seen Alex Jones talk about Bill Gates?
Steve Jobs was a questionable human, but he was
Did you hear
motivated.
about like his whole cancer thing, that it was basically his fault?
Yeah.
That was
he
weird-
wouldn't get it cured. or
I don't
whatever.
know how much of that is absolutely true, but it does sound like he wasn't listening
Let
to
me
his
clarify that so
doctors.
I don't sound like a fucking asshole. Steve Jobs died of cancer.
He had some kind of organ failure, but then Aston Kutcher decided to live off the Steve Jobs diet, and then he got sick too.
Really?
Yeah.
Aston Kutcher?
You know about that?
No.
When he was making that Steve Jobs movie, that biopic, he decided to go on this like Steve Jobs diet of like just eating apples all day or something. It was some. I'm sorry if I don't get this exactly right, but it was basically like this fruit diet, and he put himself in the hospital.
But what,
Because
what
the
happened
body
was,
isn't
like, in
meant to-
2001 or 2, they were like, Steve Jobs, you realize you have early forms of pancreatic cancer, right? And he was like, yeah. And they're like, we can get a surgery to remove this. And he was like, you know what? I'll rub tree shrubs on it and stuff, and it's fine.
Steve
And then he died of
Jobs.
cancer.
I think early in his life he got this. He was this weirdly spiritual guy who just like eating at Buddhist temples. Or I'm getting this all wrong. I think, by the way, there was something weird going on where I think he just felt he could heal himself through natural means, and he was wrong and paid with his life.
Yeah.
The end.
That'll
Look,
do it.
Jeff.
Don't crucify me.
All I'm
Thank you.
saying is-
what?
I
I like it. I'm not gonna
Ban the
trash
system.
Android phones.
I'm Chris.
They're
I
nice
use an Android. I
phones.
play airplane
Everyone should
simulators.
use an Android.
I just
They're
don't
cool.
care. I just want
the only
something
bad
to
thing is
fucking
like,
work, and that's it.
they're kind of like, you know, targeted for viruses and shit.
Yeah, I never had a virus on my Mac. Eat that shit.
That's true. Did you hear about when people were going to the Olympics in Russia? The second they got off the plane, all their phones were getting hacked by like nearby like towers and shit.
I did not hear about that.
Yes.
iPhones?
No, well, I think it was mostly Android because I don't know why. Like, you never really hear of like iPhones or like Macs getting viruses or hacked or whatever.
I mean, I guess it can happen, but
Yeah, but not really.
you don't have a
cares
bunch of old people clicking on exe files
Yeah.
and plagues.
Anyways, I can't relate to this fucking topic because I've never experienced the fruits of having a terrible Mac.
Let's talk about rocks for your favorite subject.
Rocks.
Rocks.
Floyd, what's your favorite kind of rock formation?
Pet rock. Get an Ico.